All right, this is a 1982 Chevy G20. Um, yeah, I've got a lot of cars rusting out in my driveway. This was my brother's van. Um, there's actually quite a bit of lore behind this van, but you're probably looking at me saying, why are you in this van today? I thought this was a channel about building a Corvette. Well, the Corvette demands sacrifice. So this old pig right here, not running right now. So a little bit of a side quest. We're going to have to get this thing running so we could sell it and then use that money to buy more car parts to use in the Corvette. If that, I think that's, yeah, that's the plan. All right. So if you would like, fine cameraman, sir, bring it in here. All right, so if you can see here, some of these parts look a little bit newer than others. That's because I've already been trying to get this thing running for a little bit here. And I'm pretty sure we're closing in on the home stretch, but let me talk to you about what we've done so far to get this running. So we've got a new distributor, we got new plugs, we got new wires. Believe that is a new carburetor. Basically the entire ignition and intake system have been gone over already. We've got spark, we've got compression, we've got air. All those things should mean it should work. Still not cranking. So, hold on. Where's my starter? Right behind me. So, what we've got here, and I'm going to stop pretending to use this CB radio, is a new starter. So, I think all we've got left is a new starter. We've done this whole spark control unit thing. As you can tell, this is not a standard Chevy van. There's all sorts of shag carpeting and unique things going on in here. Yeah, the other thing I think we've got to contend with is some vacuum leaks. So all of these hoses and everything like that all seem to be dry rotted out, and we're having some issues with it idling and keeping running when it is running. Shouldn't be too difficult. Last time I was driving this thing, I had to keep the throttle pinned because it was going to leave me stranded in the middle of the city of Chicago at about 2 in the morning, and it wouldn't stay idling. So fun stuff. We got to make sure this thing runs good. Then we can sell it and move on to the next phase, which is actually digging into the Corvette.
I want it, and it's a big boy talk.
This is Big Boy Talks? What are we fixing on Big Boy Talks?
This car.
Yeah, why are we fixing the car?
Because it's broken.
Yeah, what are we going to do with the van one?
Broken right here. I got to fix it with the screwdriver.
With the screwdriver?
Yep.
We're going to fix the engine with the screwdriver too?
Yep. Let me show you.
Oh, you're going right now to fix the engine with the screwdriver? Okay.
Engine?
Yes,
Why the engine there?
because the engine is there. Is that what you're going to fix the engine with, is the screwdriver?
No, this one, and you fix it with
Oh, I'll fix it with this one, and you're going to fix it with that one. Okay.
we're about to fix this one.
Okay, sounds good, buddy. Do you know why we're fixing it?
Yeah.
For what?
We're starting it really fast.
Yeah. We got to do it for Papa's car, so we can make Papa's car work.
Yep. But this is not working right now.
Yeah.
Also, not damn it.
What'd you say, buddy? You got to come, go hop on the seat. What was we saying?
Not damn it.
You don't say damn it?
No,
Why not?
because it's a bad word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give me one? One damn
No.
it. Okay. I respect it. A man of principles.
As your mother, I'm giving you permission.
Do it loud and proud, and
Say
then you get this.
say the loudest damn it you can.
And then you get this.
Damn it.
Oh, you bitch. That's not the right socket. Are you still filming? Or are you just taking your time? Because I'm...
I don't know, we just started.
Where's that other fucking ball? that thing's heavy.
That's not good.
Oh, there we go.
You alive?
I don't know where the fuck this battery cable goes. I might have fucked this up. Just kidding. Alright. Alright. So basically, two bolts that are holding the fucking. My microphone's under there. Why am I even talking? God damn it. Hold on. Hold on. 1 second. You stay right there. Alright. Alright. So basically, there's two bolts that hold the starter up, and like a couple of wires that go to the battery to start the starter when you turn the key. I think we should have done those first, but I didn't. And so now it's just hanging on by those. And I got to figure out how to approach getting there. I think we should have probably jacked this car up from the beginning. Christian's shaking his head because he suggested that already. But I said, we'll be fine. I was wrong.
Yeah.
Since I didn't wear a microphone, here's a progress update. There's little tiny bolts that hold electrical contacts. Hence the little tiny wrench that I now have in my hands. So I'm going to use a little tiny wrench to get the little tiny bolts off. Okay. God damn it. It's the wrong little tiny wrench. I hate this. No, that won't work. Here's where things get tricky. Come on now. Okay. So, for those of you watching, the good news is this one is way cleaner and easier to approach putting bolts on there. So, now this should only take me a couple of minutes. Now, if I'm looking at the old one, it was those two. Do you actually see me, or are you just hanging out over there?
No, I see it.
Oh, okay. What's up, buddy?
Live mic or?
Yeah, no, the lav mic's sitting on the ground over by me, so I think we're good. Yeah, so basically, just making sure whichever fucking connections I got going on here are the actual right ones that I need in order to, because some of those old GM stuff, they used to just use the same part for 20 different cars. And so there's like, 8 different things that I don't actually need on here. But makes it nice and fun trying to figure out what you do need. And of course, these are different sizes than the original. The last time I did this was with my 99 Jeep Cherokee.
How'd that go?
It was terrible. It was in a small business's parking lot at like 2 in the morning. I was bartending, and my car just died because the battery and the starter went out at the same time, naturally. And so I called my dad to come get me, and he was like, "We can fix it." And we found like a store, auto parts store that was open super late for some reason. And yeah, and then they just like got us a starter, and we did this exactly underneath my car in the parking lot of a random small business at 2 in the morning or something like that.
You just push that.
So yeah, so it was a fun way to learn exactly how to do that for the first time. Okay, I just need to grab. Oh yeah, but you can't fit that in there, can you? Well, I think I could. Nope. Yeah, but there's our daily Scott story. Taught me how to change a starter in a car at 2 in the morning.
Did he have to wake up at 3 the next day?
Probably. Yeah. No, I don't know. That sounds about right. He probably did have to wake up super early the next day. But that wasn't his concern. He's always there to teach me these kind of things. Not to be confused with the time that my alternator went out when I was bartending at the same job, and he drove behind me all the way home and jumped my car every 15 feet until we made it home. No, I don't really. What is that? That should... Nope. Love life. It's fantastic. What do we got here?
Where's your frustration level right now?
My frustration level?
Yeah.
Non-existent.
No?
No, not at all.
Out of 1 to 10?
Nah, we're good. Worst case, we give it a couple pootry little. I was trying to avoid doing that because I feel like if anything's gonna go wrong, it's me fucking sending an impact at this thing. But
Stop swearing.
stop swearing. What kind of working on cars channel is this?
Family friendly one.
Nah, full bleep it. Is that gear lining up? Maybe. That looks good. They look good. Yeah, starter's in. Worst part is the creeper's right here. Just not using it for the vibes, I guess. So the next step is no idea if that battery's any good. if we should just get a new battery. I almost want to say, fuck it, we should just get a new battery. You think?
Be nice to test it if it didn't take a couple hours.
Yeah. Christian, what do you think our probability is of if we go get a new battery right now, and we hook it up, do you think it'll start?
Why can't we test it this way? I'll hold the cable to the terminal. See if we get a spark.
Christian, since you've got the camera, we had this exact thought, my dad and I, when we worked on this thing last. And we were like, we should unhook the battery. Therefore, the battery won't die from being stuck on the car. The problem with that is somewhere along the line, there's no terminal on the battery. That's an awful idea. There's a core on the battery. We'll just go get a new battery.
How much is the battery?
I don't know.
It's gonna come out of your Corvette profit.
But that's the whole point, is this creates profit.
Yeah, but the more money you dump into this, are you gonna tell me you're gonna fill the windshield wiper fluid too?
There's already some in there. So, all right, our two options at this moment are we either go try and find a random bolt at Ace Hardware that fits that and hope that that battery isn't dead, which I highly doubt because this battery's been sitting for 3 years. Or we just go buy a new battery. We'll be right back. Hey, remember when I said it had been 2 years? It's from 2023. Yeah. So yeah, probably a good call on the Oh, that's nice, dude. You got a whole hose layout thing for when we do the vacuum lines.
Bonus.
Yeah, we'll just have to keep getting out of the car because the engine's in there. So we'll have to keep getting out and looking at that.
Take a picture.
Whatever, dude. I really enjoy that they put the battery in the fender.
I was about to ask, like, do you have to take the whole grill off and everything, like the new cars?
No, but they did put it in the fender. And it's like a mile down into the fender.
Yeah, because there's so much space in there. When was the last time you checked the fluids on this thing?
When did I check the fluids?
Also, I have a live mic on, so you don't have to repeat me.
I don't know if I've ever checked the fluids.
When was the last time you did an oil change?
Last
What if that was a problem? You just need an oil change.
time you didn't know it? Oh, that's water. If that's battery acid, that's a big problem.
Where's the new battery? Oh, you got it.
Where is the new battery? Oh, right there. Look at me being prepared and shit. Why are we filming me putting a battery in? This is like the most boring. Just cut. to the battery in.
All right, start. Give a story. This is a good story moment.
Good story. I don't want to add stories about batteries.
No, stories about the van.
The van.
Actually, we have a lot of stories about the van.
We have so many stories about the van. That's why we're gonna shoot a separate video about stories about the van.
Let's talk about the last time you drove the van. Let's cut to after why. We'll share that later. But how'd you feel when the van was letting you down in the middle of the city at 2 a.m.?
You're missing the middle of the city was one thing. Where I was in the city is another thing. So for those of you who don't know, in the city of Chicago, the not so great areas aren't as prevalent as you may think. However, there's a lot of not so great areas, or a lot of great areas, I should say, that you have to drive through not so great areas to get to. So, we were at a music festival, and we used to record music and podcast in this van. And as we were coming back, Christian here went to an after party with some of the musicians, and I said, I drove a sketchy van here, and it's 2 a.m. I think I'm just gonna head home and not risk trying to deal with this after a couple beers. So I started off heading home, and there's a very brief moment on the route home from where this festival was where you're sitting in a not so great area until you turn to get on the highway. Well, that is when the van decided it no longer wanted to idle. So the van turned off, and the ignition on this thing has always been tricky. It's never exactly been, like, I guess, reliable. Not that it's unreliable, it always would start, but sometimes it takes you two or three goes to get it to start. And yeah,
But you got home.
Yeah.
And the van never left your home again.
Yeah, and then it never turned over ever again.
So it kicked in when it needed to.
Yeah, it took care of me when it needed to. Yeah, no, it took care of me when it needed to take care of me. The funny thing about it is, like I said, you know, I'm in a not so great area. And I think the issue with the idle was a vacuum line. So it would run, but it wouldn't idle. It would just die out when it was idling. And so 2 a.m, all sorts of things going on around me. And I'm sitting there with my foot planted on the gas, and the van is screaming because that's the only way I could get it to stay running. So I'm sitting at the stoplight, and it's going, "Mah!" Sitting at the stoplight. And yeah. But like Christian said, took care of me when I needed it to.
So what's going to happen when we take it out for a test drive right now? Because we're so excited, and we realized we should have done the vacuum lines before the test drive. Well, I guess you pin the throttle, I guess.
We know exactly how to handle this situation. We've had to handle this situation before.
It'll take care of us again.
All right, Christian. We got a battery.
Okay.
How do we feel?
Excited, nervous, everything in between.
All right. Good enough for me.
You gonna put the driver's seat in first, or you gonna try and start it up?
Let's try and start it up, because if it doesn't idle, then we know. You know?
All right, it's recording.
Okay.
You can try.
All right.
I'm just gonna hang out here.
Ooh. Explain it.
Was that nothing?
It's absolutely nothing.
That's a letdown.
That's not even turning on the dash, and that's a brand new battery.
The dash was turning on before, right?
A year and a half ago, the last time I tried to.
Did the squirrels chew it up?
I don't even know where we'd start.
No, either. Trying to rub some of the rust off.
Wait. Did that just ding?
No, that was my phone.
You're a fucking asshole.
Is it your terminal? I mean, look how loose it is, and look how shitty the wires look.
It could be. You take it out and crimp it and try and...
What's this wire hanging here?
That's just wiring.
Okay, that's real comforting.
Hey guys, Chris Fix here.
All right, so that didn't exactly go the way that I wanted it to. I was pretty optimistic about this whole situation. I was like, yeah, we got this. We did all this before. I've been working on this. I know exactly where the van sits. I did not account for creatures eating the wiring under the dash while it was sitting there for a couple of months. So that is a whole nother thing that I've got to figure out. Is it worth now putting more money into the van? Do I think I'm going to get that much more out of it by fixing this, or should I just try and sell it and get money out of it as is and use that money towards the Corvette and chalk it up as a learning experience? So, a lot of things to consider with this. Hopefully, if I can get this van sold and I can get moving forward, the next step is going to be taking the stuff out of the frame currently, getting that frame cleaned up, and either having it professionally powder coated or doing it myself or figuring out what kind of coating or something, getting that frame cleaned up and ready to go. Then I can rebuild the rear end, get some suspension, start building out that frame to have a good base to start with. Yeah, we just need the van money. But I will keep that updated on social media and everything like that. Minor roadblock. I know it's not a happy ending. Most YouTube videos are like, cool, we accomplished it. Great. Yeah, I want this to realistically portray to you how this process looks for me, what I'm dealing with, and what I'm trying to accomplish, and how I'm going to maneuver through all of these obstacles that I have to try and get this car done. And I don't want to sugarcoat any of it or try and make it seem like it's not as crazy of a situation as it is, because this is actually fucking nuts. Like, trying to do this, especially with everything else going on in my personal life and everything like that. This is kind of a crazy task to take on, but I'm going to accomplish it. One of the things, I think one of the most important lessons that my dad ever taught me was, if somebody slams a door in your face, if life closes the door of opportunity in front of you, then you put your shoulder down and run straight through fucking thing. So, door closed, next opportunity, I've got to figure it out. But we will keep trucking and we will get this Corvette built. And hopefully that's what the next video is me actually working on the Corvette and getting moving with that. I thought this was going to be like a quick, side quest, sell the van, make some money, be ready to go and start buying parts for the frame. And I was wrong. So, yeah, we'll see. we'll see how this goes. As always, if you follow along here or on Instagram or whatever, I'll keep that whole side quest storyline updated, and we'll go from there. If you're watching this, I appreciate you. Thanks.